I'm Ben from Pulse. How are you, Shane?
I'm Shane from Good News. What's the story, Ben?
How are you?
Good.
So, how did you lads form originally?
Well, we formed, the three of us, we actually kind of met at Oxygen last year. Well, I met Callum at Oxygen. I knew Joe before that, but me and I like Callum. We just thought he was mad. So he just sounded like
It's always good.
without even hearing him play, I knew he was good. So and then we just had a practice, and then just since then it's just
Instinctual.
really gone well. Yeah.
So, where do you kind of get your inspiration? Is there one thing in mainly that would give you it?
Well, me personally, I think I started when I was young, like, you know, my uncle even playing Beatles tapes and things like that, just listening to them in his car, and then eventually just started singing, and, you know, school as well, you know, school was a big part of it as well, like my school was a real musical school, talent shows and things like that, and I just always got involved in them.
Cool. So the Beatles were a big influence then, yeah?
Yeah, Beatles major, foundation of my, you know, interest in music was the Beatles, and always, I don't think there's anyone thinking that really hear them, to be honest. Well,
Yeah.
maybe Elvis, I suppose, in some ways.
He was probably a big influence on them as well. So.
Yeah, definitely.
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years then? Yourself
well,
and the band?
to be honest, like I don't really tend to look that far ahead. But I mean, what I'm trying to do is right now is to build, and, you know, hopefully in 5 years we'll be, you know, we'll be a well-established band around playing different venues, and hopefully, like, you know, playing in different countries as well, you know.
Yeah, that'd be good. You recently did some England gigs.
Yeah, we played actually. Joe was just in town on Grafton Street kind of, and then the guy came up to us and told us he ran a pub in Sunderland and he wanted to bring us over, so he brought us over and brought the three of us over, and we ended up staying there for the weekend and had a great laugh.
So I know it's your lad's first time in the studio. You're usually kind of a live gigging band, like, and what's the transition like for you?
I mean, it's hard to obviously to have the same emotion when you're recording than when you're playing, and it's hard to, you know, it's hard to visualize yourself being on stage, or to think about what the song is about, you know what I mean? It's hard to put that in, but I mean, once you kind of close your eyes, I think, sometimes, and just listen to what you're doing, you can really kind of get into it and do it to your best ability.
Good stuff. So, you're still gigging heavily anyway at the moment?
Well, yeah, we're gigging quite a good bit. I mean, probably a bit too much, to be honest. I mean, they say you should probably gig once every month, but I think in the last month or 2 months, we think we've probably gigged around probably at least 20, probably about 15 to 20 gigs maybe, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, just think, because we're only starting, so I think it's good to learn what it's like to have to play all the time, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, like the Beatles, they were kind of like did the same kind of thing, like all those heavy live gigging over in Hamburg and stuff. So probably good way to learn your craft.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah,
I mean, that's, I mean, you have to compare yourself to the best out of being, not to, even though nowadays you have to look further back, and I mean, because what's now isn't, might not last forever. You know.
Yeah, big time. And so, do you lads have any plans for the summer, or what are you doing?
Well, we're going to be recording. I mean, we're going to be recording Pulse Studios, and hopefully, I mean, we can turn that into maybe a CD and release it maybe somehow. Or, I mean, that's to see if the recordings go well, and maybe just to try and get up the ladder a bit, and gig wise, and just, you know, in music writing, write some songs and stuff like that, you know. And, you know, it's going to be good with the good weather, hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
put a positive spin on things.
Definitely.
Nice, cool. Well, thanks very much for talking to us, and good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Cheers.